Let's get into it. It's John Chungus. Bow. Just kidding. It's fucking me. We're back with another episode that's bound to blow your socks off. I mean, it's a real panty dropper. We didn't miss a whole lot on the internet this week, that's for sure. Never disappoints. I've never left my phone disappointed. Except that one time you get that text that you probably didn't want to read. We've all been there. You better believe it. We're covering text from last night this episode. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're going to talk about Bob, the cigarette guy, known as the Cigarette Maestro from New York City. I mean, this episode, when I look back on this episode in retrospect, I haven't even completed it yet, and I know all it is brain rot. It is total brain rot. Yeah. You're not going to earn much from today's episode, which is fine because I'm tired of thinking, man. I'm just sick and tired of it, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. That's one of my favorite memes. So how's your week been? How's my week been? My week's been pretty great. It's been pretty busy. We all have a lot going on. And nobody cares that we have other things going on. It's just like, hey, I'm busy. Hey, you're busy too? You know how I know this? Because everybody celebrated Thanksgiving the day before and the day after. But nobody celebrated on the day of Thanksgiving. It happens like that. I've already got plans to celebrate Christmas on the day before New Year's Eve. What's going on with our time? I don't know. Are we going to get to that this episode? Probably not. But let's start with a little prayer video.
God, please give me patience, because if you give me strength, I'm going to need bail money.
See, that's Senator Kennedy, Republican. Not that it really matters, but he is funny as hell. Every time I go to the grocery store, I think, God, give me the strength to not beat the absolute shit out of one of these people. You know? God, give me patience, because if you give me strength, I'm gonna need bail money. Every time, like clockwork, walking into the grocery store. Something about that place is so triggering. It feels like walking into like middle school cafeteria for lunchtime, and I don't know who I'm supposed to sit with, and I don't like it. I don't have fun. It really, it triggers something inside. But for today's sake, we're gonna have a great episode. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm going to ask you again. And I'm going to ask you again and again. And hey, I'll do whatever I can for that sub. What's it going to take? I mean, you tell me, drop a DM. What do we got to do? I'm a solutions-based guy. I like to find a solution. And in today's late night episodes, not like mine, Colbert, Jon Stewart, we're lacking human sentiment. Really, really. It's down. It's on an all-time low. I mean, I know this because Elon Musk's hairline is actually receding again, which 100% means the aliens are getting closer. Okay, let's get to this episode. I'm happy to be back. I'm Anthony. Let's fucking do it, right? What are we talking about today? We got some good stuff. It's cooking. It's cooking good. It was really cooking good before this because I wrote today's episode just for you. And I love writing, and I think a lot of comedians can relate that the writing is really where the magic happens. And if you're not a writer, I think that's kind of hard to conceptualize because you have to be a vivid kind of person. I'm such a vivid thinker and dreamer, and I love thinking about shit. It really gets me going. I could sit here and think like, man, I could do this. It's a sickness, really, because I think I could do anything forever. Like, be a doctor. I'm like, I could be a doctor. Like, no, I can't. I can't do that. But Diedrich Flynn of Kill Tony this week, Kill Tony's newest regular,
lost our resident black to SNL, so you're going to bypass a golden ticket completely, and you're going to be a full-time regular here on Kill Tony.
about Oreos for 5 minutes, and I'm sorry, but if you think you're funny, I dare you to just talk about Oreos for 5 minutes and try to be funny doing it.
Oreo slogan. You don't know? Milk's favorite cookie. How fucking gangster is that? These niggas came out in the 80s. There was cookies for 6,000 years before that. They didn't give a fuck who they goddamn offended.
You can't tell me that wasn't hilarious. That's what goes into it, though. Comics always say it takes 10 years to become an overnight sensation, and it's true. And I wanted to share a little bit of the behind the scenes of what it means to write and be creative, because I think it's something that people don't talk about a lot, and I don't think a lot of creators or artists do it either. And as an artist and a creator, I want to share that with the world. I just think it's very unusual to me. I think it's a different side, a different POV, something that we have to share. And it's going to be on my Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, Antcassese, ANTCASSESE, we're going to drop a link somewhere. You're going to want to check it out. It's going to be a little bit of insight to how we do this every week. I don't even know how I do this every week. I just throw it together and I'm like, how'd I do? And then I get the views and I get the clicks and I'm like, fuck it. Let's just get the next episode out. Every week I chase my tail. That's what it's like adulting. You don't really ever get to terra firma. After 25, you're really just holding on tight, bracing for impact. So one of my favorite topics this week, Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey is in the news. I don't think he left the news. Check out his latest video. He's got some stuff cooking up too.
I don't usually make it my business to correct the media. If I did, I wouldn't have time for much else. But in light of the recent articles claiming I am homeless, I feel the need to respond. Not to the press, but to the thousands of people who have reached out over the past few days offering me a place to stay, or have just asked.
Here's the thing about Kevin Spacey. Back in 2017, he was basically exiled from Hollywood, which if you ask me, who gives a fuck? I don't want to be a part of your group anyway, you know? I don't want to be here. But he was exiled because he had some allegations of sexual harassment, amongst other things, which if you did it, you're a dirty boy and, you know, you're going to go to hell. You're going to burn badly. So, hey, you know, we all make our bed and lay in it, but turns out he's starting over. He's trying again. And, you know, I don't know why society rags on people like that. I don't get it. I mean, I can see Kevin Spacey jumping the turnstiles in New York. I can 100% see that. Kevin Spacey is the only person who can ride the subway and make the rats uncomfortable. Kevin Spacey is the only person in New York that if he saw something, he would say something. If they make Hangover 4, Kevin Spacey would be Mike Tyson's tiger. And no one would say a word of it. And that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing, you and me. We're ragging on the rag. If they had to remake the movie 21, you remember 21, where they counted cards, they were like some boss stuff. I thought I could count cards at one point. I was like, I could do that too. I may have went online. I may have tried to learn. I am so dyslexic. I can barely talk half the time. You know, Mercury's in Gatorade right now. So I'm like, how do I speak? And people are like, people ask me, do you like astrology? I'm like, I don't even know what astrology does, but I do know when the Mercury's in the Gatorade, I can't talk. Yesterday, I didn't even want to talk. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I wouldn't even want to talk to anybody. If they were filming the movie 21 and I was the lead and it was Mercury retrograde, it would be the movie 12. But if they redid it and they recalled it something in tribute to Kevin Spacey, it'd probably be called Kevin Spacey's I Used to Headline Movies. Now I do cameo videos that feel more like tapes of me being a hostage in my own career. Oh man, that's good. Society. And not Eddie Vedder's society, an even sadder society is where we live. It's true. Because society doesn't give second chances, man. It really does fuck you up talking all this shit about this guy. It's not good. You shouldn't do it. I don't know why you're doing it. Like, who does that? You know, why would you do that? You making all these jokes about him. I wouldn't do that. I'm over here trying to protect him. What kind of sane asylum are you? You're nuttier than a fruitcake, man. I know people like you. I do. You better believe it. But that's what we're doing. We're just doing our thing. I love talking about Kevin Spacey. I don't know what it is. It's like, this is somebody who made it and then fell off the horse, and now he's trying to do it again? The papers are saying he's living in Airbnbs. Kevin, this is the last thing I'll say about it. The only movie you should be working on right now, which will net you mega bucks. I mean, this movie, this idea would get you... This movie, this idea, all right, this is why we have to listen to people around us, because we don't know everything. This idea will get you back in the game. You want to get back in the Hollywood game? I know the way. I got an idea. You need to make a new movie, and we're going to call it, Bro, What Happened? I think it's going to be a winner. I think, talk about it, right? That's the problem with society, is they don't talk. Nobody talks. Everybody's just doing their thing. And then it's like, why do we have all these problems? Well, we don't talk. How do we not have more problems, to be honest? And the people that do talk, they're like talking to a shoe. I sometimes have conversations and I think I can learn something from this person. And I'm going to try to learn something from this person. It's really important to me. I really value what people have to say. And I walk away from conversations with some people and I'm like, what the fuck did they do to you? What? Did they ever take the binky out of your mouth? Oh my. I've had more productive conversations with AI assistants at this point. It's scary, but we're done talking crap about Kevin Spacey. If anything, we should be talking crap about somebody who's got it coming. Like, I saw Katy Perry in the news this week. Katy Perry, you are a big piece of trash. Now, I don't know all the details, but, you know, I'm not going to argue about semantics, right? You know, so Katy Perry sued this veteran. I'm not going to make him holier than God either, because obviously he's a mega millionaire. Sold her in Orlando Bloom back in 2020. They were having their kid, sold them this house, and then, I don't know, I guess maybe he ate one too many Ambiens that night and forgot he sold the house. Fucking doesn't remember. That's what he claimed in court docs. And she sued him for millions. She was going to take him for an even deeper ride, 3 times that. And look, I'm not going to split hairs here. I don't think we should, but we got to look at this as objectively as possible. That guy needs to stop being Ambien, and Katy Perry is a piece of shit. And crazy. And absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. How's this happen? That's the stuff we need to be talking about. Why is that happening? Why is that happening? I had a friend, his mom ate a lot of Ambien. My friend's mom ate a lot of Ambien. And I loved her. Greatest family on the planet. She ate a lot of Ambien. Couldn't get her hands off the Ambien. And that wasn't a problem, because we all struggle, right? We all do something. We all pop something. We got an upper, a downer, a zinger, a zapper, or, you know, Simpson, or whoever. We got things, right? But she would take the Ambien and then try to drive in the middle of the night on Ambien to get donuts after eating all the donuts in the house. You can't do that. you can't do that. I mean, really crazy stuff. I put my dog down a couple weeks ago. I got some notes here and that. I don't even know if I want to talk about it. I think I have to talk about it because I love them so much. And there's going to be things in our lives that we really do love. And we don't talk about it. We just all act so damn happy. Like, we're all happy all the time. Everyone's happy. Everything's good. And for those of us that aren't happy, we're just cracking jokes along the way, man. Hey, how's it going? Well, you know, didn't die today. You know, and then we crawl into a small hole where we just silently suffer. And I think we need to talk. And look, you know, I don't know much. I'm just learning just like anybody else. You know, but what I do know about losing my puppy, my greatest boy in the whole land, you've probably lost something really special to you too. And that's hard. But what I do know about this grieving thing is at age 30, It's not new to me. It's not a new thing. It's not. And I wanted to talk about grief just for a second because I can't forget the impact that all these great things have had on my life. And you can't either, because sometimes we get stuck in this moment of weakness where we feel like we can't ever get better, and it won't ever get better. And my best friend Jesse always says it to me, and I want to share it with you because it's so important. Everybody is always eating their own shit sandwich. Really. Life is about peaks and valleys, baby. You gotta remember that shit. You do, because God, it's gonna get you down sometimes. And I've been in such a rut for the last few weeks, I haven't even wanted to write. And I love writing. I haven't wanted to do anything. Because I lost something so a piece of me. And the incessant need to run and bury this thing is what cripples us as men and women. We hold these things in, we can't let it out because look, it happens. It does. And things don't always get easier. Sometimes they get harder for a while. They don't, you know? And when you're young, you want things to be easier. When you're young, you beg for things to be easier. But one of my favorite things to say, and don't quote me on it, but you need not things to get easier, you just need the strength to overcome the hard things. You do. You do. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again. And this time, you can always do it more intelligently. That's a little Henry Ford for you. You gotta give it a shot. Life's about trial and error. Trial and error. Every episode, every episode. Every day, I'm learning something new about myself, whether it be personally, professionally, how to interact with people, how to listen more, how to write better, how to be more in the game, how to know when to step away from the game. Everybody loves a hustler, but gosh, why are you working so much? Why are you working? I want to ask people, why are you working all the time? People ask me, they're like, yeah, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. I'm not working, I'm hiding, I'm hanging, I'm doing my thing. I'm fucking, you know? I'm not over here mixing fucking food dye together. I'm just chilling out. Just chilling out. We gotta get back to chilling out. Everybody's trying to get somewhere. For what? For what? I don't know. Fuck a society that makes normal being weird and weird being normal. None of it makes sense to me. I don't even know where I belong here. But I do enjoy doing late nights and talking about the things that I think we need to talk about. Really do. Really do. Segueing into my favorite topic, text from last night. You remember text from last night? Let's see if we can't find one, actually. I meant to find one before the episode here. Let's do a little switcheroony here. Please hold. I know you're not going anywhere, you freak. People love watching people on the internet. It's like, what's he gonna do next? What's he gonna do next? Is he gonna stick a monkey's ass in his ass? Is he gonna have a banana stuck it in his ass? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna waterboard himself? Is he gonna snap? He's off screen, now what? Let's see what the bastard's really made of. Here's a good one. All right, here we go. Text from last night. I used to love reading these. Oh, this is a breakup one. I was in love with your best friend and settled for you because the lower confidence you have, the lower chances of you breaking my heart. Okay. When I first saw your dick hard, I thought it was soft. I faked every orgasm. I mean, a simple breakup text would have sufficed, right? People are so, oh my gosh, people are so hard. People are so hard. Oh my goodness. I love text from last night. I really do. I do something similar, but I call it write sad shit in a random text message and revisit it again one day when you probably don't want to revisit it. And let's read one together, right? Crazy kids, we should read it together. Let's do this together. You and me, let's read this together. We're going to get into this together. Can you tell I'm fighting for my life? Here it is. Let's read it together. It's my latest battle cry. It could be a haiku. It could be a poem. I don't know, but maybe it's what you need to hear. Maybe it's what you need to hear. Let your passion get you going and your passions drive you. Most of all, don't ever underestimate what you're capable of doing. No matter how loud the voice inside you says you can't. You're a joke. No one cares. With love in your heart, let your imagination run without limits. Without the limits of your past controlling your present, there's nothing to fear from your future. Dude. If Aristotle was here, he'd fucking kiss me. Seriously. I mean, I'm the man. I love just random shit in my phone. I don't know why I'm like this. I can't find it half the time either. I spend all day Facebook messaging. You think you send reels to your... Look, here, let's level. You send reels to your best friend, your girlfriend, your whoever. You want to share it with them. I send them to myself. Yeah. I don't want to share the best parts of this world with anybody. Excuse me. Craziness going on in the world, not just here in the U.S. We saw some cool stuff happen in New York City. Very community-like stuff happening in New York City. That's what I love about New York City. I really do. They really know how to bring a community in. I'm not going to drop it in here, but they did have the Thanksgiving Day parade. Nothing is cooler than seeing them clap the hardest for the waste management team cleaning up those streets. I mean, that's fucking amazing, right? I mean, I think that's pretty amazing. But then we have this guy. Yeah, I was reading about this guy last week. Leonard Nikita. Yeah, he worked for EV in Australia. You may have heard about him. He was a senior partner at EV. And over a holiday, propositioned a young lady for a little something. These guys get a little money. I gotta tell you, people with a little money are weird. Yeah. It's like, look at Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast got a little weird. He's fucking strange, man. He's strange. Steve Will Do It crashed out on Logan Paul's podcast this last week. And you're not going to sit here and act like there's not some strange shit going on there. I mean, Steve Will Do It is 100% on drugs. So, you know, look, I don't know that we can really take what he's saying, you know, with any weight. But, like, some of these people are just strange as hell, man. They get some money. Katy Perry suing a veteran and him acting like he doesn't know he signed over his house. And you know what? I just want to be a wanderer, a free soul, you know? Mama always said I was like an exhibitionist. I'm like an artist. I just want to be left alone and do my thing. And then along comes these guys making $850,000 a year. This guy, Nikita, made $850K a year. I mean, dude, if I made $850K a year, I would wake up every day and kiss the ground I walk on. I would never say a bad thing about anyone. I would never go anywhere that would jeopardize my reputation. I would smile at strangers. I'd start saying hello to people again. If I made $850,000 a year, I would have a Corvette for every day of the week. And I hate Corvettes. Yeah. I mean, for $850,000 a year, you could buy a wife. Probably a pretty decent one. But you're going to hit on this probably poor receptionist at an office party? I mean, oh gosh. Really? I wonder if that's like a normal thing in the Australia. I mean, you tell me, mate. What's going on over there? I thought you guys just had the kangaroo jacks. I like seeing the kangaroos punching shit. Yeah. And look, I'm a fucking capitalist, so I should be in this guy's corner, but I'm not, you know? You're not going to do that stuff. When she had said that she was married in a rebuttal to him, he asked her whether she was happily married. That was his response. I mean, people, ignorance is bliss. If your boss is hitting on you, everybody knows. You don't oust him. You get as much blackmail on him as you possibly can. You take the whole fucking place down. The whole place. I'll play into that. If he asked me, I'll be like, yeah, honey, what you want to do? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. 850,000. Shit, man. I'll be shaking my ass. Yeah. I mean, look. I'll give it to a guy. Anyone in a senior position like that in a company knows the art of misguided questions. Misguided questions are great. They're meant to disorient the opponent, and he clearly disoriented her. I'll give it to the guy. He's fucked. Yeah, he deserves everything that's coming to him. I don't know. Mercury's retrograde. Here we are. We're doing the thing. But there is some really great news that came out of this week, and I really wanted to share this with you because I wanted to attend, but I'm not a smoker of sorts. I mean, I do off screen, right? I'm gonna make sure you guys don't know I'm a smoker. I love smoke. Look, I'll tell you what, I love smoking. I don't smoke, only sometimes, but I love smoking. And we got a guy who, known as the Cigarette Maestro. Let's get him up on the screen. Did anyone catch Bob this week? Look at him. Where the hell was he when they were voting for a mayor in New York City? We act like the solutions aren't right under our nose, America. The Cigarette Maestro was ready to take over in Washington Square Park. Hundreds, thousands of people showed up to smoke a cigarette with this guy. Yet, I can't figure out how to get Verizon to activate a goddamn gift card. This guy's just out here. I look at this flyer. I mean, this is amazing. Smoke a cigarette with me. I like it. Short, to the point, really, really sends the message. There's nothing more that needs to happen here. What more needs to happen here? And there he is, just doing his thing. He gathered a lot of attention. A lot of attention. And I love seeing that. I talk a lot about it, and as I get older, the more I think, I don't want to talk about this shit. I want to embody the things that are important. Because eventually, and you are right, people don't fucking care. Eventually, people do not care. And eventually, you're going to have to stop listening to that really screwed up voice in your head that says you can't do something. You're going to have to stop listening to it. Yeah, you are, because you get tired of it. You get tired of the shit. You don't want to live like that. You start thinking, I got to live a little bit better. And there's nothing better than doing that with people that love you and insulate you with good vibes and happy thoughts. But those people are far and few in between. So when you find them, hold on to them. When you find them, hold on to them. It's been a great week. It really has. Christmas is around the corner. I'm excited as all hell to share with you my writing process post that is going to be going up tonight, probably on Instagram. I don't know if it's going to make it to YouTube. It'd be pretty cool. And I'm going to really talk about the writing process and what it looks like. We wrote this script today, inside of a couple hours. And we did make some iterations. This is the second iteration. We did cut this part out of today's episode. Look at this. It's scientists discover what the first human being ever looked like. And it's Vin Diesel. We cut it from today's episode. I didn't think it should make the cut. And it didn't, but it did. That's just how it goes. So make sure you subscribe so you guys can follow me along. I got some ideas I'm cooking up for over the holidays. May not be as good as Katy Perry's. May not be. Hell, I may even find Kevin Spacey, give him a little bus fare to get to where he's going. Maybe even write him a letter. I don't think he's a bad guy. But I think if you're part of society and you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Because you can knock the guy. But to the man that rises up off the canvas, don't forget it. To the person that gets up on both 2 feet when you have no reason to do it, that's it. That's the essence of life. Please subscribe to the channel and join me for this crazy ass journey. We're coming up on a year of doing the originally podcast. Now it's a late night show, and by next week it might just be a fucking doggy daycare. We don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything. We don't have to be anything we don't want to be. And that's what's so amazing about life. We go do whatever the fuck we want. But I'm excited for the holidays to come up. So we're going to put some stuff in action just for you. I'm your host, Anthony Cassess. Thank you for joining me for today. Till next time, you filthy animal.